She tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. Nobody matters like you.
Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my Week 12 NFL Power Rankings. Now, without a further ado, let's get started. Kicking it off at number 32, we got the Jets, still undefeated on the opposite side, as they are 0-10. And coming off a loss to the Los Angeles Chargers, this is possibly one of their only games to possibly win. But they're going up against the Dolphins next, and this is going to be a very bad game for the Jets. But maybe not, as Tua is not the starter, and I do still believe that Miami is still going to be able to beat the Jets, but the Jets have a chance here. Coming in at number 31, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars dropping from 30 at 1-9, a devastating loss to the Steelers. It was expected, and they're going to get another loss to the Browns. Honestly, this team is a top 5 draft pick, top 3 as well, maybe, but this team ain't going to make the playoffs anytime soon. Coming in at number 30, we got the Cincinnati Bengals, and they dropped from 20 at 2-7-1. They took an L to the Washington football team 20-9, and they also lost their starting quarterback Joe Burrow to injury. So there is no more hope for Cincinnati this year. Definitely getting a top 5 draft pick after they're going to go and get destroyed at home by the Giants. Coming in at number 29, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at 3-6-1, coming off a loss to the Cleveland Browns. And to be honest, I expected that, and I expect them to lose on Monday night to the Seahawks. I don't think they have enough to win, but they possibly have enough to get the win in the division, but not this week. Coming in at number 28, dropping from 29, we got the Washington football team at 3-7, coming off a win over the Bengals, and they're going up against the Cowboys, as we've already known that the Cowboys lost, and I was expecting a Cowboys loss, as the Washington football team is better than the Cowboys. And honestly, I think that the Washington football team will definitely do good this part of this year against inferior opponents, or against opponents that are just the same amount of level as them. Coming in at number 27, we got the New York Giants at 3-7, coming off a bye, and they're going up against the Bengals. Destruction, it's going to be destruction, and they jumped up one spot. And to be honest, I think the Giants are going at a good pace, but they're going to have to keep up with Washington for the division lead. Coming in at number 26, dropping from 25, we got the Detroit Lions at 4-6. And coming off a loss to the Carolina Panthers, 20-0, and then losing 25-41 to the Texans. I definitely think that this is going to be a horrific year for the Detroit Lions. They just fired their head coach. They just fired their general manager, and I think that the Detroit Lions will continue to suck a bit, but they're not going to be a top team in the playoffs, or even a low tier team in the playoffs. They're definitely battling for a top 10, top 5 draft pick. Coming in at number 25, we got the Chicago Bears, dropping from 21 at 5-5, coming off a bye. And I think that this game against the Packers is a definite loss. But don't count out the Bears anytime soon, because the Bears could upset the Packers. But I do believe, since it's going to be in Lambeau Field, that it's definitely going to be a Packers win. Coming in at number 24, jumping from 31, we got the Dallas Cowboys after winning against the Minnesota Vikings, and I had them losing to the Washington football team, but I still put them up this high due to the fact that they beat the Minnesota Vikings, and I give them some effort for that win. But as far as I can see, I don't see any more winning for the Cowboys possibly this season. Maybe one or two, but I don't see them winning enough to get the division title. Coming in at number 23, we got the Atlanta Falcons at 3-7, coming off a devastating loss to the Saints and going up against the Raiders. I think this is going to be a definite loss for the Falcons. The Falcons will continue their losing streak because I think the Raiders are a better team and a tougher team than the Atlanta Falcons. And to be honest, I see great potential for a playoff team in Las Vegas. Coming in at number 22, we got the Carolina Panthers, and at 4-7, coming off of a win over the Lions 20-0. I think their game against the Vikings is most likely a loss, but I don't want to count them out because of PJ Walker. He's been doing decent, but I do believe that the Vikings have their number this week. Coming in at number 21, we got the Houston Texans at 3-7, coming off a win over the Patriots and a win over the Lions. And honestly, I see great potential for them to increase their winning streak, but it's not going to be pretty for the Houston Texans, as I don't think they'll make the playoffs. Coming in at number 20, we got the San Francisco 49ers at 4-6, coming off a bye. I think that the Rams are definitely the team that they are going to win. They aren't going to win against the Rams. I do not think so. Jared Goff and the Rams will definitely take down the San Francisco 49ers this week, and honestly, I see no potential for the 49ers this year. Coming in at number 19, we got the Denver Broncos, who just beat the Tua-led Miami Dolphins. They're going up against the Saints, and this game was actually, if I'm not mistaken, not going to be played as it was postponed, but as far as I can see, this game would have been a loss for the Denver Broncos, and whenever it's going to be played, it's most likely going to be a loss, but hopefully that all their players are good, because I've just heard that their 3 quarterbacks are out because of the pandemic and all that, so hopefully they're good for next week and they get to play again. Coming on number 18, we got the Baltimore Ravens at 6-4 after losing to the Tennessee Titans. They're going to lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers on Tuesday Night Football. It'll be RG3 playing instead of Lamar Jackson due to Lamar Jackson getting COVID. But I do think that the Steelers will still have the Ravens number, whether it's Lamar or RG3 there, because I think they have not been as consistent as they should be. But you may not want to count out the Ravens. Like, they could actually upset the Steelers and give them their first loss of the year. But I'm giving this to Pittsburgh. Coming in at number 17, we got the Los Angeles Chargers at 3-7, beating the Jets, but they will not beat the Bills this week, as I think the Bills are a tougher team and will definitely take the win over the LA Chargers. Coming in at number 16, we got the Green Bay Packers at 7-3, coming off a loss to the Colts, and they're most likely going to win over the Bears, but I think that the Bears do have a chance depending on who starts as quarterback, but I do think that the Green Bay Packers get the win here easy against the Chicago Bears. Coming in at number 15, we got the Buffalo Bills at 7-3, coming off a bye, going up against the Chargers. Definite win for the Bills, but don't count the Chargers out. They could get a miracle from Justin Herbert, but I do think that the Los Angeles Chargers will be the losers of this matchup. Coming in at number 14, we got the New England Patriots at 4-6, coming off a loss to the Houston Texans. I think they're going to lose to the Cardinals as well. They're not very good this year, and I don't think that Cam Newton's the answer, but if Bill Belichick keeps using him the same way he uses Brady and the same way he's been using Cam throughout this year, except from the start where he had him running a bit more, I think Cam should run a bit more due to the fact that he's a dual threat quarterback and he is killer when he runs the football. But also play action fakes and passes downfield could also work as well. But I think that they should use the run game for Cam as an advantage against all teams, including this one against the Arizona Cardinals. Coming in at number 13, we got the Miami Dolphins at 6-4, going up against the Jets, and they just lost to the Denver Broncos. I think this is going to be a win for them, but don't count out the Jets. They could actually give the Miami Dolphins an upset loss here, but I'm not ready to make that statement. But as far as I can see, the Dolphins will win against the Jets. Coming on at number 12, we got the Tennessee Titans at 7-3, beating the Ravens and going up against the Colts. It's most likely Titans. I'm just gonna say it. Colts are the most likely victors of this game, but don't count out the Titans. They could actually screw the Colts over here and take the lead in the division back, but don't count your chickens until they hatch, and hopefully we get a good football game out of this. Coming in at number 11, we got the Indianapolis Colts, and at 7-3, they just defeated the Packers, and they're going up against the Titans. As I stated, the Colts will most likely win, but don't count out the Titans for this game. Coming in at number 10, we got the Seattle Seahawks at 7-3. Just beat the Cardinals on Thursday night, and they'll most likely win against the Eagles on Monday night. But I do think that the Eagles have a chance, as Seattle's defense is lacking in the passing game. But if the Eagles are shut down both in the run game and the pass game, there's no chance for them to come back, as Seattle will just be picking off their defense apart little by little until Seattle takes the win. Coming in at number 9, we got the Cleveland Browns at 7-3, just beat the Eagles, and will most likely beat the Jaguars, as the Jacksonville Jaguars are just not a good team, and Cleveland is a very, very good team, in concluding that they're actually in second place in the division. But I do see a playoff team in Cleveland. Coming in at number 8, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 7-4, and coming off a loss to the Los Angeles Rams on Monday Night Football. They're going against the Kansas City Chiefs, and this is not going to be easy for them. Actually, it's going to be very difficult for them, as the Chiefs are one of the toughest teams in the NFL this year. Coming in at 7, we got the Los Angeles Rams at 7-3. And the Bucks, they beat the Bucks on Monday night, and they'll definitely smoke the 49ers, as the 49ers have lost basically everyone, and I don't see them as a playoff team, and they're most likely a top 10 draft pick. Coming in at number 6, we got the Minnesota Vikings at 4-6, and going up against the Cowboys and beating them. I think they're going to have the same opportunity here against the Carolina Panthers, but don't count out the Panthers and PJ Walker. They could upset the Minnesota Vikings this week, but it's mostly for me on Minnesota to win. Coming in at number 5, we got the Arizona Cardinals, who just came off a loss to the Seattle Seahawks, and to be honest, they're going against the Patriots, so they're going to get a not easy win, but they're going to get an alright win, because I think if the Bill Belichick team does not run the football with Cam Newton, they do have a great disadvantage against the Cardinals, but I do know that the Cardinals are definitely going to give us a very big show against the New England Patriots. Coming in at number 4, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at 6-4. They just lost to the Chiefs, and they're going to win against the Falcons. I am saying that the Falcons are not very good this year, and the Raiders are very good this year. I mean, they beat the Chiefs once already. They just lost to them. But I'm just saying, a team like that will definitely beat the Atlanta Falcons. Coming in at number 3, we got the New Orleans Saints at 8-2. And they just came off a win against the Falcons. And this game that is most likely postponed by the Denver Broncos, due to them having a bunch of COVID-19 scares, and also there are 3 quarterbacks all getting the COVID-19. Because of that, the Broncos and Saints game will most likely be played elsewhere or at another time. But hopefully we get to see this game, because I think that the Saints will definitely beat the Broncos when the time comes. Coming in at number 2, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at 9-1. Just coming off a win over the Raiders, and they're most likely going to get a win over the Bucks, but don't count out Brady, but don't count out Mahomes, as this will be a very tough game for both teams. At number 1, the undefeated 10-0 Pittsburgh Steelers, and they just defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville, and now they're going up against the Ravens at home on Tuesday Night Football, and I see a tough team getting the win over the Ravens, as I think that the Ravens will not have a chance, especially since Lamar Jackson isn't playing. It's going to be RG3, but I do believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers will definitely be the victors on Tuesday. Now that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas. Tell me in the comments below any video ideas you would like. And also, like this video if you liked it. Subscribe and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.